This Nebraska FFA Convention video spotlight is brought to you by Pony Express Chevrolet and Buick Gothenburg, Pony Express Ford Minden, and Landmark Implement, your John Deere dealer in central Nebraska and northern Kansas.
We're now sitting down with the final member of the Nebraska FFA State Officer team. She is the state president. Her name is Lexi Bodlak, hailing from the Pender FFA Chapter. Was just a year ago. We were up in another area of Pinnacle Bank Arena doing the introductory interview as you and your teammates were named state officers. That was a year, but a lot has happened. What were some of the key takeaways this past year that you're able to walk away from this experience with?
Gosh, so many. I think that one of the biggest takeaways this year, and I think the best piece of advice that I was given at the beginning of my state officer year, is really just be wherever your feet are planted. I think when you're in this position or in any sort of leadership position, it's really easy to think about what's next on your to-do list, what's on my calendar next week, that sort of thing. But that really detracts from where you're at in the moment. And so I think one of my biggest pieces of advice and things that I've learned this year is really just be present where you're at, and then you can look forward to something else when you leave. But really just put your feet in your head where you are and experience that moment.
Good message for sure. Coming up here at the end of Session 7, toward the end, 7 individuals will be named state officers. If you can offer one piece of advice to those members that are anxious right now, what is that piece of advice?
I think that the biggest piece of advice I have is really just lean on the people around you. I think a lot of times it's easy to get caught up in everything that you have yet to do, or you just want to know the results, but really state convention is an amazing opportunity to just make some final memories. It's their senior year, so hanging out with those friends, really telling their advisors, thank you for everything you've done. Having a nice dinner with your parents, whatever that might be, really just surround yourself with the people that have gotten you to this point, and I think that'll ease your nerves.
It's a good message to share. That is Lexi Bodlak, Nebraska FFA State President. Lots to come here in Session 7, including naming those new Nebraska FFA State Officers.